Hey everyone, welcome to Closet Coaching. I have a little exercise to do today. So you know how sometimes you look back at photos of yourself from like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you're like, oh my gosh, like at that time I was so self-critical, and like now I'm just looking at myself through different eyes. And many times we talk about this in terms of like the way we looked and the body we had or the youth we had. And I want to reframe this a little bit. It's so easy for us to look back, right? But we rarely try to think about, well, what is it going to be like in 10 years or 20 years to look back at ourselves now? Like that version of ourselves is out there, right? And there will one day be looking back at this version of ourselves that we embody today. I don't want you to think of this though in terms of aesthetic, in terms of like, oh, my body's so much younger now than it will be then. I have less, like wrinkles. You can do that, but like the point of this is more to be able to see yourself from a distance, all of yourself, not just how you look physically, but like everything about you. And to be able to generate maybe some compassion for who you are right now, because I think it's really hard for us to sometimes look at ourselves in the here and now and have compassion. For some reason, the closer we are to ourselves, the more we feel like we don't deserve it, if that's your thing. But sometimes when you step away, it's easier to be more objective about who you are. So like sometimes I think back like to myself 10 years ago when I hated myself, right? And I'm like now from this angle, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was a new mom. I had no idea how hard I was being on myself. And I was still trying to like get through like really hard times when just the compassion that I can extend myself now for that person is like, I just want to, and I try to do that now, even for like who I'm going to be later. How will I see myself in this moment in time? And what are the things that I'm not able to see because I'm just too close to it, that I will be able to appreciate from a distance? And trying to do that for yourself now can be just a really nice way of like trying to open that door to giving yourself some compassion today for what are you going through? What is going on in your life? I mean, there's so much going on in our lives right now. Like, what are you going to be able to forgive yourself for in 10 years that you can't find it within yourself to do right now? And just ask your future self, like what that is, because your current self can listen to that. And try to tap in there. I think this is a really worthwhile exercise to try. And if you do it, let me know what comes up. See you tomorrow.